This next adjustment is a seated bimanual grasp distal forearm hand for an A to P and P to A glide restriction of the intercarpal joints. If you remember back to our palpation, those carpal joints, we have the styloid processes of the radius and ulna here, and then they kind of dip down here, which means that all of this is carpal and then all of this is carpal. Be careful in your palpation if you get one of the carpal joints or certainly the intercarpal joints that you don't come like here and tell me that you're assessing an A to P and P to A of a carpal or intercarpal joints. These are metacarpals here, so you can see on hers are really prominent. You can see the ridge that exists here. So remember that those two rows of carpals exist here. That's important to us because as we stack the hand then and we use this pinch grip, here's those two rows, the intercarpal joints. I can shear A to P and P to A, and we said that in our palpation we could stabilize the distal radius and ulna and shear just the proximal row. We could pinch both rows and shear the true intercarpal joints, and then I could pinch this distal row and then the metacarpals and shear just the distal row if I wanted to. And so knowing that information, I can come back through with this adjustment, use a pinch grip, and then challenge. In this instance, I'm going to go P to A. So a P to A preload and then force. Preload and then force. This was a seated bimanual grasp distal forearm hand for an A to P and P to A glide restriction of the intercarpal joint.